wants to look at the proposed budget, if you don't have it in your annual meeting packet, you can view it online at the Montclair website, which is www.montclairva.com. Now I would like to welcome the president for Montclair Property Owners Association, Jim Cech. He's going to come up and give us a presentation on the advisory survey on community priorities.
Good evening. I first want to thank the candidates for their willingness to serve, and for Doug and Tracy's willingness to serve again. The board's responsibilities to direct this community and to maintain the property value is an important responsibility, and we need people that will serve at the community level and at the board level in order for us to be able to execute that responsibility. Just one comment I'd like to make on the budget. We were very fortunate this year in some of the things that Armstrong was able to do for us in getting our insurance costs reduced, and so that the increase that you're seeing proposed was very minimal and provides for some important improvements in the community, especially in the area of the landscaping and the entranceways. The advisory survey came from a continuing effort of the board to try and communicate better with the membership. We've been doing this basically for a good 2 years. We've been working on this. With Montclairing, you've seen that improvement with Courtney coming on board as a professional to manage both the Montclairing and the Montclair website. The Montclair website's gone through a significant upgrade. It is now an actually real-time information media that you can go to and find out what's really going on in the association. Use of Armstrong Connect, if you haven't signed up for that, I encourage you to do so, because on that medium, not only do you get access to the real-time data on your property, but it also gives you access to information heretofore wasn't made available to the membership, like the contracts. If you want to read the landscaping contract or read the contract with security, you can go there and see those documents. So the membership has received access, unprecedented access to the workings of the community and the board. However, when we go through the budget process each year, one of the things that always happens is the discussion about where's the priorities in the community. What is it we want to do? What is it the membership wants us to do? And unfortunately, we get very few members actually participate during the budget process, so it ends up sometimes being a big guessing game. If a bunch of us on the board guess right, then people are happy to support the budget, and if we guess wrong, we get a bunch of votes no, and that's a heck of a time to find out. We have things in the budget that we really don't have a lot of control on. We've got to have insurance, we have to have an audit, we need to have the staff, although the staff size sometimes is driven by what things we're trying to do. We have to have the insurance on the directors and things like that. But we do have some flexibility in the major drivers in the budget, and that is what we spend on the lake, how we maintain the shorelines, what we do with the common areas, how enhancements we do to the common areas and the entranceways, knowing that we're about to hit our 40th year. We haven't done a lot of that. Events, how many of the events we have, to what quality we have the events, and security, how much patrol do we have? Do we do it during the season when the beaches are open, or do we do it year-round? All the board members have opinions, and those opinions get discussed, but unfortunately, sometimes we don't get a lot of feedback, so and I can just tell you, none of us are more surprised than the board when we have a town meeting, and we go to a town meeting absolutely convinced of what we think the community wants and needs, and there's 10 people there, and 9 of them don't agree with us. So we decided this year to try and put on the ballot an advisory question to give the community an opportunity to give us some input. And if you look at the advisory question that's set up in your packet, when you go on the website, which I encourage you to do, go to the website and vote, you'll see those areas described. And in 2 questions, we're asking for input. One, we're asking you to tell us what your relative priorities are. Do you think the lake is most important? Do you think events? And the second question, we're looking for your relative satisfaction with where things are. Are you happy with what we're doing with security? Are you happy with what we're doing with the lake and the events? So you can have an issue that's very top priority, but feeling that we're spending enough money on it, something that's a very low priority, you think we shouldn't be spending more money on it. So we encourage you to fill this out. It's an important input to the board. It'll be used by the board. It'll be shared with the committees and the staff. Again, I want to encourage all of you to vote and take that time to participate in the process, Montclair. Thank you.